Every month, without fail, a fixed amount leaves someone's bank account and quietly buys a small piece of their future. No stress, no timing the market. Just the same amount on the same date, every single month. This is called a systematic investment plan, or SIP, and it's one of the simplest ways mutual funds let you build wealth over time. Here's exactly how it works. Instead of investing one large lump sum, you invest a fixed amount into a mutual fund scheme at regular intervals, usually monthly. You can start with as little as 500 rupees. It works almost exactly like a recurring deposit. You give your bank a standing instruction, and on a fixed date each month, that amount is automatically debited and invested on your behalf. So why does this simple, boring process actually work so well? The first reason is something called rupee cost averaging. Because you're investing the same amount every month, you automatically buy more units when the market is low and fewer units when the market is high. You're not trying to guess the best time to invest. You're just showing up consistently, regardless of what the market is doing that day. Over time, this averages out your cost per unit without requiring you to predict anything. The second reason is compounding. When your mutual fund investment earns returns, those returns get reinvested along with your original amount. That reinvested amount then earns its own returns. Over short periods, this effect is barely noticeable. Over many years, it can meaningfully accelerate how your money grows. This is exactly why financial advisors consistently emphasize starting early. The earlier your money starts compounding, the more time it has to work in your favor. Now, it's worth being clear about something important. SIP does not guarantee profits. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risk, and the value of your investment can go up or down, depending on how the underlying market performs. Past performance of any fund is not a guarantee of future returns. Anyone promising you a fixed guaranteed outcome from a SIP is not giving you accurate information. What SIP does offer is discipline. It removes the two most common mistakes people make when investing manually. The first mistake is waiting for the right time to invest, which often means never actually starting. The second mistake is panic selling during a downturn, which locks in losses that would likely have recovered if the investor had simply stayed invested. There are also a few different types of SIP worth knowing. A regular SIP keeps the same fixed amount and interval throughout. A step-up or top-up SIP lets you increase your contribution periodically, which helps your investment keep pace as your income grows. A perpetual SIP has no fixed end date and continues until you choose to stop it. Choosing between these depends on your own financial goals and how your income is likely to change over time. Before starting a SIP, there are a few practical steps. You'll need to complete your KYC, or Know Your Customer verification, which is a standard regulatory requirement for all mutual fund investments in India, overseen by SEBI. You'll also want to define a clear goal for the investment, whether that's retirement, a child's education, or simply long-term wealth building, since your goal affects how long you should stay invested and how much risk may be appropriate for you. So here's the real takeaway. A SIP isn't a shortcut or a guaranteed formula for wealth. It's a tool that makes consistent, long-term investing easier to actually stick with. The fixed amount that leaves your account each month isn't magic. It's simply discipline, automated. So your future doesn't depend on your willpower showing up at exactly the right moment. This is general educational information, not personalized financial advice. Before starting any SIP, read the scheme-related documents carefully. Understand your own risk tolerance and consider speaking with a SEBI-registered investment advisor about what's right for your specific situation.